Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Recently I went to a local market that had a bookstore filled with options of blind date with books. I thought it would be a really fun idea to get a few and read them with you guys. So in this video I read 3 books that I either chose based on the genre or just based on knowing a few clues about what the story was like and if it sounded interesting to me. It literally felt like Christmas this week, opening up parcels and not knowing what book I had in store for me. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy, and maybe you want to go on a blind date with a book as well. This is the little blind date with a book that I got. I'm someone who kind of tends to judge a book by its cover in terms of if the artwork is cute, but I think it would be fun to just go with very limited information with a book and see if I like it or not. Got this YA book, and a little note says, I am the pinnacle of Gen Z love, full of overthinking, awkwardness and apprehension. I thought that was interesting. I thought that would be a fun little read, and I don't know, I'm excited to see what's beneath the surface of this cover. I know on Etsy you can do it by genre, but I think this is kind of fun too, just knowing kind of what the book's about, but not really. I'm gonna open it now. Feels like Christmas morning, opening a present for myself. I'm hoping I like the book because I don't have any idea what it could be. Alright, let's see what the book is gonna be. I can see that it's red, but I don't know what it is. Okay, you guys are seeing it first, I'm just seeing the back. Wait, why does that look so cute? It's called It Sounded Better in My Head by Nina Kenwood. I've never heard of this author, but this cover is actually really cute. I would have definitely picked this up if it was at a bookstore. Oh my gosh. It Sounded Better in My Head is a touching, funny and joyful romantic comedy about longing, confusion, feeling left out, first love and finding out what really matters. Literally right off my alley. This is exactly what I would pick up if I went to a bookstore. I guess we're going to be reading this one. It's going to be like a YA rom-com, so I'm excited to see how this one goes. Hello guys, it has been a little bit since I actually opened the blind book that I got, and as I showed you guys, it is this book, It Sounded Better in My Head, and I've actually started reading it a little bit. I haven't had too much time to read, but I actually did end up starting to read this to excuse my appearance because I've just been home all day and just been chilling. So I've been reading this book, and so far I've found it pretty interesting and just like funny, and it's keeping me hooked. I think it's just supposed to be a silly, funny little read. It has not much of a plot. It's more so about Natalie, that's the main character, and just like her going through it, kind of going through some changes in her life. Her parents got divorced and now her friends are together, and basically she is in that weird limbo when you graduate high school and before you start university. So she's in that period. She hasn't had much of a social life before, and then some things happen. I think it's just supposed to be like a fun little read, and so far that's pretty much it. Like, it's pretty funny in some parts, and because it's Australian, like I can just picture some things in my head, and also because it's Australian it feels really relatable in terms of like that limbo period that we all have gone through, and just the things that they talk about. It's very Australian, but so far so good. It's nothing crazy. I did order 2 more blind books, so they'll come later, but we'll open them later once I finished this one. So yeah, I'm gonna keep reading this one. Right, hi, it's the next day, but I would give you an update on where I am with It Sounded Better in My Head. I have finished it. I finished it last night. Honestly, this is one of those kind of books that you can read really quickly but also really slowly, and I'll explain why. So it's quite short, so getting through it, and like if I had time to just sit down and read, I would like be able to finish this. So in that sense it was pretty fast paced, but the actual story, like I said, like this book doesn't really have a plot. I think that's why it's kind of like slows down. I think I'm gonna give this one like a 3.75. It's not an awful story or anything. Like I said, it's just sort of like an average coming of age kind of like story. I haven't gotten my other blind books yet, so I'll let you guys know when they come through. But I mean, for my first blind book ever, I think it was pretty decent, but we'll see. Hopefully the other ones that I get in the mail are a bit better, but I'll catch you guys then. Hello guys, it's been a few days since I last spoke to you because I told you that I was waiting for my other blind books to arrive, and they finally did. So I thought I'd open them with you. This is my little package that I got, which is really cute. She gave me a little scrunchie, and oh, she got me a little sticker. I got this from Etsy. I'll leave the link below if you're interested in doing this as well. Oh my gosh, these are wrapped so freaking cute. Got a little bookmark, and these are the 2 that I got. This one also comes with a bookmark, which is really cute. So these are the other 2 blind books that I got, and this one is a contemporary romance. It has beach and summer, sun, sea, sand and secrets, and it has love and friendships. I don't know if that's genres, but like it's a contemporary romance and it sounds very sunny and beachy, and we've just been finally having some good weather and it feels like spring. So I'm really excited for this one because it's like giving the vibes that the weather is giving. And then I picked up a YA fantasy. I'm kind of in my fantasy era, so I don't really know which one one to go for. I kind of am really curious to know what fantasy that I would get. So I think I'm gonna go with fantasy, and I'm gonna read the fantasy one next. I'm really scared of what it would be, but we'll open it together, and I'm going to unwrap this. I'm like scared to unwrap this because it's literally done so beautifully. Like, can we just take a moment to appreciate that? Okay, so there's a little note about what the fantasy would be. It says vampires, bodyguards, and princesses, and it's a forbidden romance. Oh, it's Vampire Academy. Wait, isn't this a show? I don't know if this is the same Vampire Academy. It always says a Vampire Academy series. I'm excited to read it. I think it may be YA. Also, the words are so big, so I'm gonna hopefully breeze through this, and this is interesting. But yeah, we're gonna start reading Vampire Academy. We'll see how this goes. It's been a little bit. I have been reading the Vampire Academy. I'm about 80 pages in now, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this is so easy to read. Like, I don't know if it's because the font is so big or if it's just because it's a YA read. Like, I've just been like kind of flying through the book so far when I've actually had time to like pick it up and read it today. This follows Rose and Lisa, and basically Lisa is like a powerful royalty vampire. I think she's known as a Moro, which is a type of vampire, and Rose is like half vampire, I'm pretty sure, but she is called a Damphir, and basically Damphir are like protectors of the Moro vampires. And then in this, Rose is Lisa's like guardian, her protector, and they're also like best friends, and they've been best friends since childhood. This starts off with them being away from the Vampire Academy, and then basically they get found and they get taken back to the Vampire Academy. They have reasons that they've left the Vampire Academy. I have no idea why. We are not really told, sort of like given a little bit of hints of what possibly happened, but not really sure what's happening. Pretty much everything I've read so far, and I guess it's just like introducing the other characters and people from the school and their old friends and stuff before they ran away from the academy. So far it's pretty interesting, and like I said, it's just really easy to fly through, so I'm hoping to get a good chunk of this read tonight. I know I've been like pretty much exclusively vlogging on my couch. I don't know what happened. I just have been loving being on my couch. It's a bit later now, and I've actually finally finished Vampire Academy. I don't know why I said finally, because I literally breezed through this, but I read it a bit ago, but I had some things to do, and I also kind of just wanted to sit on my thoughts on this one because I was like, I just wasn't sure. You know when you just like need some time to like process a book? I found this so easy to read, and I think that's always good because I felt like I was going into a bit of a slump. I don't know if it was to do with the book before this one. I just don't know. I haven't had like the best luck, so I kind of just felt like I was being too critical of books. But honestly, this one, it was good. It is a very simple YA fantasy. Like, there's not much world building, so if you're looking for something maybe that doesn't have a lot of world building and is just also a little bit of fantasy, you know, because it's vampires and stuff, and their class system, and they still have their politics, it's just not as intense as like, let's say, like Fourth Wing. And also because they're like integrated into like modern society, it is not like they have their own world and things that you need to remember as much, if that makes sense. Yeah, I did enjoy the storyline of this one, but there were definitely a few things that I think kind of cringed me out and gave me the ick a little bit. I know this book is from a while ago, so maybe that's why like I just wasn't fully connecting with it. And on top of that, there is a relationship in this book that I do not condone, because the girl, like I said, this book is set in high school. Okay, high school. The girl is 17 and her love interest in this is 24. I just found that really icky towards the end, that they were getting closer and it was like a romantic relationship. It was just not right, and I did not like reading that. Anyway, that was a Vampire Academy. I think I'm gonna give this 3 stars. I've got my last blind book. This one is a contemporary romance, and the things that are involved is beach and summer, sun, sea, sand and secrets, and love and friendship, which I think sounds really good. I'm excited to see what this will be. I'm hoping it's not something I've already read, but it probably won't be, and hoping it's not something I already have as well. I'm just obsessed with like the cute little covers. Like, I don't even want to throw out like the wrapping of this because it's just so cute. But I'm going to open this one now. Summer at Shell Cottage by Lucy Diamond. That sounds so cute. Let me just quickly read the back and see what it's about. It sounds like it might be for a bit of an older audience, but I think the cover is so cute. Like, look at that little cottage, and I don't know, I think that's really cute and gives very much so all the summer vibes. So I'm gonna read this one and we'll see how I find it. So I thought I would give you an update on the book that I'm reading. I'm ready for work, that's why I look like this. I honestly have not really been feeling this book. I've been like really in a fantasy mood, but I have made a bit of progress in this one. I read about 100-ish pages. Honestly, the premise of this is quite interesting. Basically, this follows like a family, and it initially starts off with talking about Olivia, and she is like, I don't want to say the matriarch of the family, but she is like the grandma, so she's like, you know, up there. And it starts off with her talking about her wedding with her husband, and then it kind of just like talks about how they've just had like a wonderful life together, and basically he passed away recently, and with that comes obviously a lot of grief, and so she's dealing with all of that. And the Shell Cottage is actually like a family beach house that they have, so that's where her kids grew up like in the summertime, and that's where now her grandkids are growing up in the summertime. And then essentially she realizes that he's been keeping a secret from her this whole time, and obviously never told her, and he passed away. And then basically she finds out that he has had an affair, and he has an 8-year-old son, so that's like a shocking thing that she's going through right now. And then it also follows her own daughter, so her daughter Freya, and she's a doctor. She's a busy mom of 3. Essentially she is just a very overworked mom. And then basically also follows Olivia's daughter-in-law, so her son's partner, and basically her husband is lying to her and keeping something from her, and apparently so is her daughter. I don't really know what her daughter's hiding yet, but her husband is hiding a secret. Anyway, it just follows like 3 people, 3 lives, and obviously their lives are so intertwined. They're all going to be at this like summer cottage, and I think a lot of stuff is going to go down, and a lot of people are going to come out with their truths and everything. Anyway, I'm going to keep reading, and I'll catch you guys with another update. Finished reading The Summer at Shell Cottage, which was my last little blind book that I unwrapped. I honestly kind of struggled getting through this. I think I mentioned when I gave my last update, and obviously I didn't really talk since then. The book had so many different POVs going on. Like I said, it kind of followed 3 women in this family and like their story. It also included one of the granddaughters and her story, because something crazy has happened to her, and you kind of only figure that out, like what's so crazy about this thing that is happening to her towards the end. And so there's just like a lot of POVs, and I will say there's also POVs of the grandkids in terms of like actual kids, which I felt like really didn't add much to the story. I don't know, it was just too many POVs happening, and it was also written in 3rd person, so every chapter was a new POV, which is confusing, but also it was written in 3rd person, which made it even more confusing, because I didn't understand whose point of view was supposed to be when it was still 3rd person. I just found that really confusing, to be honest. Anyway, I finished this one. I think I'm gonna give it like 3 stars. It's not even bad. But yeah, these are all 3 books that I read in this little video, and I think honestly I am glad that I did it, because I feel like definitely for some books I do look at the cover and I judge them, and I just assume that I'm not gonna like anything because the cover. And although these weren't like 5-star reads or something, it still was nice to read. Something that I wouldn't usually pick up. I think it was a really fun idea to do, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys maybe got some recommendations or realized maybe you should also pick up a book blindly. I don't know, but anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, but I'll see you in my next video. Bye!